Any public comments?
No, we don't have any.
No? Okay. Okay, we're going to the review of the high water bill account 1432 by Oscar Baranahum. Y'all want to say something?
What is it about?
Your high water bill.
Yeah, the $5.
Tu bill de agua. Era muy alto.
Sí, sí, es muy alto ya. Es muy alto y
Yeah, it was really high. The water bill.
Right.
Why
está muy pues es por un leak porque no sabemos dónde está el leak.
Because it was from a leak and we don't know where it's at.
Okay. So we have a pole for the meter, and you show the leak from.
So the leak
Starting?
started around 5:17, and it was showing like 170 to 180 gallons an hour, and that ran through 6:17. And then on June 17th, the water flow stopped altogether, which usually indicates that the leak was fixed or that the valve was turned off. And so that once that happened, it went, zeros and then maybe 10 gallons for a few days. And then on 6/20, it went to zero, and it has stayed at zero since 6/20. So no water has flowed through the meter since 6/20.
6:20, el 6 del 20, el agua ya no estaba saliendo.
Sí, porque la cerramos. Yo la cerré, o la cerraron ellos también, porque no queremos más leak, no he encontrado el leak todavía.
Yeah, we closed the valve.
Right. So one of our employees met with y'all out there, I believe, and turned off the valve at the angle stop, which is before the meter, and the meter stopped moving. And when they turned it back on, it had flow. So that indicates there's a leak on y'all's side of the meter.
Yeah.
That y'all will be responsible for.
Digo que cerró su equipo cerró una y indica que no está en nuestro lugar, so es nuestro problema.
Está bien, entonces que voy a cortar el servicio, lo voy a pagar y voy a cortar el servicio porque no he encontrado el leak todavía.
We're gonna cut the service because we haven't found the leak yet.
Me voy a pagar el bill, me voy a tener que pagar.
Like this, you cancel the service? Is that what you're saying he wants to do?
Yeah, he wants to cut the service.
Voy a pagar el bill, pero voy a cancelar el servicio porque no sé dónde está el leak.
He's-
Lo he buscado y no lo hay.
He's gonna pay for the leak, but the bill, but he's gonna cut the service since he hasn't found out the leak.
Where the leak is?
Yeah, he hasn't found it yet.
You don't have to cut the service.
You don't have,
As an
it's going to
alternative.
cost you more money to cut the service,
Te va a costar más dinero para cortar el servicio.
right? Correct?
As an
Wait, if-
alternative, we can turn it off and lock it at the angle stop, and at that point, y'all won't be responsible for any more water going through the meter, and that'll give you time to put in a new line or repair it if you need to.
Ellos van a hacer esto.
Yeah, but you still pay the monthly
Right.
minimum.
But tell them,
Yeah, you'd still be responsible for the monthly minimum. But that way, because if you cancel the service, it's how much, Lauren?
Almost 3,000
Yeah.
for, it's called a reservice to restart the meter. So when you came back, if say in 6 months or a year, you came back and wanted the service back, you would have to pay that reservice fee. So it's generally cheaper to just lock that, pay the monthly minimum until you're ready for that service to be available again.
Okay. Dice que va a costar más dinero que si compras en línea y es más mejor que cierres la cosa y pagas el mes fee.
¿Cuánto es el mes?
How much is the monthly fee?
It's about
35, 37?
Yeah,
36 somewhere.
$36.
Como
Cada mes.
Sí, como $30 cada mes. Unos 30.
Y cuando nosotros queramos que ya haya hallado el leak volvemos otra vez a abrirlo.
Sí, cuando encontramos el líquido.
and what does it cost to unlock it?
Nothing. Because of what they have going on, I'll lock it at no
Yeah.
charge. We typically charge to lock it.
Yeah.
With what they have going on, they've already got enough.
¿Dónde va a cobrar para laquearla y luego hasta que encuentren el leak y luego lo componen y luego cuando están listos you'll unlock it and then but charge or
We will lock it until they know that they've either
Right.
laid a new line or found the leak. And when they want the water turned back on, we can turn it back on.
will there be a fee to
There will not be a fee to turn it back on. If we were to remove the meter, there's a
Yeah.
fee.
Can they actually put their own lock on? They
They can put their own lock,
They're current,
they
paying
can
their monthly bill,
put, they can put their own lock on their side.
but not on,
Not on our side.
Yeah,
The issue with that is customers using the angle stop, they typically wear it out and sometimes break it. And that's upon us to repair.
Solo que le da tiempo, si lo laqueamos, le da tiempo para encontrar la leak y luego pagar el fee.
Pero ¿cómo voy a encontrar el leak si está laqueada la...
Es verdad.
No voy a saber dónde está.
So he says that he can't find the leak if we lock him out. Pero si la dejamos corriendo va a liquear,
Está
¿verdad?
cerrada, ahorita está cerrada.
¿Quién la cerró?
Ellos la cerraron.
¿Ustedes tienen ¿ustedes la tienen cerrado o
Yo la
nosotros?
tengo cerrada, yo la tengo cerrada.
So he says they have it closed at their end. Their side, okay.
And if they want to do it, that way, that's
Si lo quiere hacer
fine.
así, no está bien, pero si la dejan abierta y comienza a liquear,
No,
es la responsabilidad
But
de
Hector,
ustedes.
Por eso
if water goes through the meter,
Yeah.
they're gonna pay.
So lo que más quieren que entiendan que si el agua que sale por la mira, le tenemos que cobrar. Así lo cobramos a todos. A nosotros nos ha pasado también y a nosotros nos han cobrado. Solo que así es el negocio que tenemos que hacer.
Sí, porque pues fueron 2 biles que me salieron bien altos y
Ya sé, también a nosotros nos ha feo y tenemos que, porque tenemos que pagar por cada galón que confiamos. Y solo que, y si le decimos a la gente que no tiene que pagar, entonces perdemos dinero cada mes. Sí, solo que por eso tenemos que hacer eso.
Lauren, do we offer them a deferred?
So, I don't know how to say that in Spanish.
I believe,
Say it to the young man.
I believe that Lori talked about a deferred, and so for that bill, the current bill that's outstanding, we can split that up over a number of months in order to make it more manageable. And so you would be responsible for the bill, the minimum bill, or any water that was used for that month, plus what that deferred payment is. And so you would just put a deposit down and then sign some paperwork stating that this is what you've agreed to. And we can split that up to make it a little more.
So le vas a ofrecer como pueden pagar y pagos.
Te van sí, porque este mes era mucho, te lo pueden hacer cortar en meses y solo vas a tener que pagar, lo vas a tener que pagar todo, pero en meses. Cada mes vas a pagar y vas a tener que firmar papeles diciendo que tú quisiste eso como pagarlo poco a poco ese bill.
Ok, está bien.
So he's good with the deferred payment then? So he just needs to come into the office, right?
Yeah.
Tiene que venir y arreglar los papeles.
Lori can work with him to
Con
get
la
the.
señora que se llama Lori.
Sí, está bien.
Okay. Nada más.
No, nomás que voy a buscar el leak, es grande
Sí.
el rancho, no sé dónde va a estar, no sé dónde está. Yo he tratado de buscar ahorita por lo menos, pero salen unos muy caros y escarbar todo,
Yeah.
toda la pipa tengo que escarbarla, pues no sé dónde está el leak.
O comenzar otra vez.
Sí,
Poco a poco.
por eso quiero que esté abierta, porque el día que yo vaya descubriendo la
Así no lo
pipa,
puede
quiero
cortar
abrir
usted
para ver
cuando
dónde
usted-
está saliendo el
Okay.
agua.
So he's just again summarizing what he's going to have to do to be able
Yeah.
to find the leak because it's a big ranch. There's a lot to look for.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
just kind of reiterated that whatever goes through has to.
Yeah, got paperwork.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
He's welcome to leave if he
Sí,
needs.
Yeah.
entonces, ahora sí se pueden ir entonces si ya terminaron.
Ok,
Ok.
está bien. Muchas
Él
gracias.
le va a abrir la puerta.
Ok, gracias.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming.
Permiso.
Okay, review and our acceptance of minutes of the June 17th, 2025 board meeting.
I found one little typo discrepancy.
I apologize, I
Yeah.
got a couple in there.
There was two where she had Mr. Tarvin, and then she had Miss Saltonfoos in another one.
I'm so sorry.
She just,
I didn't know y'all changed, but
hey,
I didn't proofread very well.
yeah, I already turned those in, so.
Yeah, I actually have already corrected those, so there was just a couple, the couple of salutations.
Right.
Yes, so I have fixed those.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Have a second?
I'm sorry, who was the second? Hector.
It's been a motion to accept the board meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Review and acceptance of the June 2025 financial reports.
So for June, our current revenue was $285,000, which is, we're pretty much exactly on target for budgeted numbers for the year, so that's great. Overall income for the month was $355,000. As far as expenditures go, we had a large interest expenditure, which was for our bond note payments that were due. And so that kind of basically it comes in two portions, one in June and then again at the end of the year. So total expenses for the month were $339,000. Expenses overall are trending at 41% of budgeted numbers, so those are down just a little bit from last year at the same time, so that's good news. Our current net income for the month was just showing a slight $15,000. Again, though, compared to last year where we were showing a loss for the month, we're doing a little bit better. Does anybody have any questions on anything within the financial statement?
Would you accept as presented?
I'll second it. Hector will second it.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the financial reports. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Acceptance of the second quarter 2025 budget report.
For our budget report, again, this is pretty similar to what it shows on our statement of revenue and expenditures that I just had. The biggest thing I wanted to point out was we have a line item budgeted in there as an addition for that water loss insurance. So that's a program that will be coming later. And so we're doing a budget amendment to account for that for the rest of the year. Otherwise, again, for the second quarter, total operating revenues are showing at $2.079 million, and total, which is, again, we're trending right at 50% for the whole year as well, not just the month. Total operating expenses at 1.6. So the second page kind of shows the outlays that have been made, how we've accounted for those items that aren't expense. So monies that we've moved over into our logic accounts, or large expenditures that we've had, such as some of the well improvements and those things.
if nothing else, I'll make a motion to accept the budget report.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. We accept the budget report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. I move review acceptance of the second quarter securities report.
The securities report is, obviously, it's more of just the formality. We keep the $5 in there just for the option in the future if we want to go back to using that, so.
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept the report.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. We accept the securities report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered. Staff reports.
Microsoft, I meet with them virtually every other Monday. They're not as far ahead, they're very far behind, I should say, of where Rowan's at. Although they've got a lot done on the property, we've not made a lot of progress with them as far as what their needs are and stuff. They're working on an agreement between them and our engineer to develop the set of plans and see what we need to do to meet their needs. But we've not gotten that done yet. But we're still working with them. We'll get there eventually. We met with Turner, who is the contractor for Rowan, and their subcontractor today. They are anticipating starting around mid-August and actually installing lines on the southern end of the district, or eastern end of the district. Going to start down by where the plant's going to be at. So it'd be 678, 679, 6712, Star Crossing and into the property. The later phase of it, they're going to run a line from 471 to 570 on 463. So there's $7.5 million we're projecting right now on that. And that's just the water line. We still got to figure out what it's going to do at the plant and what we're going to need there. I have a bid from a contractor for what the cost to upgrade that well 2 will be. I'm waiting on some numbers from the electrician to figure out what we're going to do as far as electricity. There's going to be a lot of upgrades required because we're putting in a 250 volt motor versus 100, so it's going to be a big hit on the power, so we'll be looking at what all's going to be required for that. But that one, it's been real easy to work with them. Things are moving, seems to be going somewhere. The community block grant, it's done. We're waiting on getting everything lined up so we can go to work. They still have to do the review on the part we're wanting to extend to ensure that it meets the requirements of the block grant. And I believe they're still waiting on environmental on that part too, right?
I believe so, yes.
That's the one on 5710.
5710. We've not started anything there yet, but once we get all that lined up, we'll be able to go to work on that. And we'll be doing that. That job will be done with our construction crew. The Water Development Board, we got all the money deposited last week?
Yes, last Monday it was funded, fully funded, 2.1 million. And so we're just waiting at this point for...
Now we're at the place where we gotta get the plans together, get them signed and sealed, get permits where we need them. Depending on how we run lines, we may need TxDOT permits for some of that. That will all run through our engineer as far as getting bid and everything. And more than likely, inspection will also run through them. Overtime. So the weather's been good because we got a little bit of moisture and I think the ground settled down. We've not had as many big leaks going on, so that's been a good relief. Hopefully we get some more moisture, we'll see. Water loss, we had a slight increase over the last few months, but we did find some leaks on 1343 that were fairly large and probably looked like they'd been there a while, so hopefully that'll bring that back down. We got kind of high at Unit 2 this past month. The cellular antennas, I don't know if any of y'all looked at the deal online for your antennas. So, Jonelle has.
And our testers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
look at mine every morning when I do my email, and then I can see how much water did I use during that last day. I've had a couple of alerts because I used more water watering the garden or something like that. But Ronnie and I are working on it to try to fine tune it.
So on my end, I can see things, but I see things differently because I see everybody's, and you've got to set thresholds and stuff. And from what they're telling me, and I sent them an email today, and the response I got was that we do have full access. So I need to verify more with them. I got that later in the afternoon. I didn't have a chance to run it down with them, but there's a customer portal that y'all are supposed to be able to sign up for. And I don't know for certain one way or the other if the customer portal allows you to set up limits on how much water can run before it sends you an alert or what. And that's what I'm really curious about is how's that going to function, and will it really be helpful to y'all?
Yeah.
On my end of it, it's pretty tough to tell what's going on because I got 30 meters, and Jonelle ends up being high user because she ran her sprinkler or soaker hose one day.
Yeah.
And she used, I don't know, 280 gallons or something. And she's high user, and it kicks her up as an alarm for me. And it's based on a percentage over average usage, and I'm not sure exactly how it's set up, and I need to drag them down here and make them sit with me. The thresholds they had set, I was getting alarms constantly. So I've spread things out and tried to make it where it's harder
So
to
you were
trip
able
something.
to change the threshold?
I can change it on my end to see what I want. And all of us in the office have access to it. And all of us in the office can set our own thresholds for what the limits are. So you figure out what works and share it with the others, and they may want to see something different, and they can move things around themselves too. So I think it's going to be beneficial. I want to make dang sure it works before we jump too far into it.
Right.
I forgot to set.
Yeah, you have to sign.
Well, if you want, I can resend you the email.
You will have to send mine. I had a catastrophic
totally
computer.
forgot.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay.
That's,
I mean,
So
Sucks.
extra brines in
oh
there.
no.
I can do
That's not
that.
good.
Not that I'd done
It's-
anything prior,
Yeah.
but if you want me to do
But
it now.
it's easy to do, and at a bare minimum, you can pull it up like Jonelle's doing and look at it, and you
Yeah,
can
that's what I
see.
wanna do. I
Yeah.
just totally forgot.
And
I glanced at it, but I didn't
Yeah.
do anything else.
and
with it.
Pretty interesting.
And-
Like,
Graph. So
Jonelle, on your end, can you select the date range you want to see?
no,
No.
if I can, I haven't figured it out. But no, what I like about it, and they just start putting this in a few days ago. It seemed like I had it originally. It's a graph.
What's into graphs now?
Yeah, see how
Yeah.
it's showing my water usage
Yep.
every day. There.
So we know when you showered there.
Yeah.
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 No, this is
a long
when,
shower.
one of these is when I left the soaker hose on overnight. And one of these was I had a leak. That's probably those two high ones.
And that's when you're talking, you can set the,
Yeah.
knowing that, you can set the upper
So
limit.
it knows what the average usage is, and the more, I think the longer you use it, the better it's going to
Right.
function, because it then
Yeah.
has an average. But
Yeah, it averages, it talks about the past 30 days.
yeah, but on my end, I'm able to set the percentage over normal usage that I want to see.
Yeah.
And that way I can see those
I need
things.
to play with it.
It's just,
My electrical provider has the exact same thing.
yeah, it's the same type of program.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but I
I've
like
not
it.
gotten the stuff from Master Meter yet that we signed up for. They're supposed to bring us 5 meters, 5 antennas, and provide us with fully functioning software. And it's a 90-day trial.
I believe so.
And after the 90 days, they'll want the antennas back, but we keep the meters. So,
Okay.
and they're the ultrasonic meters, so it's good meters,
Yeah.
as long as they'll communicate with our stuff, and I don't know that yet.
That's
but-
the
Yeah.
big, the first
We'll
step.
find out.
Right.
Construction crew on July 3rd, I lost one of them. He had some family issues, and he moved back home. So,
Yeah, I saw an ad in the paper that you were looking for
yeah.
somebody.
We offered a job. We just got the background check back today. I need to call him and set up the drug test and physical, and we'll get him on board assuming everything goes well. As far as the crew's work, they finished up the work on 67, 13, and 14, and they actually got the line installed for the 3 meters for that developer on 57, 15. We have another person asking for a meter just north of where they ended that line. The engineer provided us with a layout that came from a different direction. I need to go figure if we can do it cheaper coming from the other way. But they're actually productive, getting some stuff done, even shorthanded. So,
The only thing I have is on the surf line update, so we're still in the process of trying to get all the paperwork finalized with Jenna's group. And so then once we do that, we're kind of waiting on timelines right now, dates of when we could do the rollout. So it's coming. It'll be in the coming, hopefully, no later than October. So.
Any other business?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Hector will second.
It's been moved and second. We adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, so ordered.
Jonelle and Hector, was that?
Yes.
Yes.
27 minutes.